Hi, everyone, and welcome back to my heavenly babies. My name is Angel, and I am back today to share an updated tour of my nursery. Now, you are not in the twilight zone. I do have the front camera covered with my sleeve, so it is black. I wanted to black it out so you guys couldn't see, because I want to start by saying welcome back to all my old subscribers and welcome to all my new. Thank you for stopping in, and if you are not subscribed, if you could subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button. All comments are greatly appreciated. All those things definitely help my channel to grow, because I am not only a reborn collector, I am also a reborn artist. I buy, paint, and sell full body silicones, partial silicones, and vinyl. And I also take custom orders. So right there on the screen, I'm going to give you my information if you want to contact me. And as you guys are looking at that, I'll just kind of go over. So my reborn collecting started in 2019, and I wasn't planning to be a collector. I just got a couple dolls in 2019 and really liked them and kept going from there. I also started painting them. I've been an artist since I was 5 years old, and I have painted everything and anything you could possibly think of, even fingernails. I got into doing my own acrylic and all that. I went to school for it and started doing that as a job. I've done other people's nails and all of that. So I do have a bedroom with all the polish there. I also love fashion, so I have all my shoes. I have like over 250 pairs of high heels that are up on the wall, and I have purses and jewelry and clothing and all that. So I couldn't use that room for the dolls. And like I said, I wasn't planning to get a big collection. So I have to do it in my living room, because the other bedroom, of course, is my husband and I, our room. And then I have the small one where I have all my stuff. So I had to do it in the living room, but it's very tasteful what I did. All the old subscribers would have seen my tour of the nursery, but I have updated things. I've got more shelving up. I wanted to get a lot of the babies off the floor because that doesn't look very tasteful. I wanted to look tasteful being in a living room. Now, I've had people in here and they have commented how beautiful it is in here. Even a police officer had stopped by here one day because there was some stuff going on. So they had to stop to ask us some questions, and they happened to see the inside of the house. Of course, they were also here because there was a fire next door. So they got to see it then. And yeah, I got a lot of compliments even from guy police officers saying how cool it looks in here. So I'm going to uncover, and we're going to go ahead and look at the updated version of it. Some of it's the same and some is different. So I do keep all of my silicones in a crib, and all the rest of the reborns, the vinyls, are up on the wall and kind of around the room. So I'll go over and share with you guys. So 1, 2, 3. Wow, right, you guys? So there is our couch. It is a Chase lounge, and then we have a ottoman there. I do have it covered with blankets because our sweet little dog there jumps up and down on the couch. So I just want to keep it clean because, she goes outside. She also potties on a mat here in the bathroom. So just to keep it covered with blankets and stuff. But also that Chase lounge part I do use during the day, or sometimes at night I sleep there because of my back. So that's why I keep the blankets on it. But check out the shelving. See how we have the shelving for the babies? So that's the start of it. This is all my vinyls. Not every one yet. I'm going to go over and show you as I go around the room. But we have this shelf here. So up at top, I do have the bottles up there. A bunch of little bottles that I've made and stuff like that. But that's all of my fantasy babies are on the top. And I'll kind of show you that. They are just fantasy type babies. And then some of them are those old, I don't know if they're Behringer or Ashton Drake. I think they're Ashton Drake, those three there. But yeah, those are my fantasy in the bottles. Second shelf down are my open eye babies, and I have gotten rid of quite a bit of them. I had so many dolls, I had them on the floor too, you guys. I just had way too many. So now I have room, and I am going to be adding just a few more in, so you guys will see those as I get them. But yeah, there's the open eye. Then the third shelf down is all the closed eye babies. So, and I'm not going to do it, too slow, you guys, because I'm doing videos on all of them, so you get to see them. Then I added my toddlers up on top up here, and we have the picture up there that says Dream. I thought that was cool. So there on top is my toddlers. And then the second shelf down is a bunch of sleepers again. And then the third one is my babies that are like vintage looking. And then, of course, I have my Sashkia there. He's not vintage, but he's like bigger. So I'd say kind of my bigger babies too, but wouldn't be considered really toddlers. So yeah, so there's that. And then, of course, there's our TV, some pictures on the wall and things like that. And then the couch, there's Minnie. Hi, Minnie. Can you say hi? Say, look how pretty I am. I got groomed. Yeah. She looks like a bat or like a fawn, a baby fawn. So cute. So yeah, that's where I lay. But you see, it's more tasteful when it's up on the wall here instead of being all over the floor. I mean, they were on the floor in car seats and swings, all of that. It just didn't look good. I'm not saying every one of these babies. I didn't have this many when it was like that, but it just didn't look great. And then we, of course, have the couch here. Please don't pay any attention to the end of that. This is an old couch. We're going to be getting rid of it and getting a new one, but it's just so comfortable. It's hard to get rid of it when something is so comfortable. Then, of course, we have a chair here, and we had that made. That's a picture of our dog when she was a puppy. We had that cover made on that pillow there. So, yeah, so there's that. And then here is where I film. That's where I film. There is the tripod and where the babies sit, where I film, and I just stand right there. We got the Care Bears down there, but I stand right in that area there. Up there are just like what do you call it? Crocheted babies. We got stuffies, loveys, different things like that, different dolls, stuff like that. This shelf is like my Care Bears and stuffies and stuff like that as well. Just some old Behringers. We got a poop emoji because it is a baby nursery. It says My Heavenly Babies up there. I got stickers on the wall and different things like that to make it look pretty. Just some sayings and stuff like that. I like the way that looks. There's my smaller silicones back there. We've got some ceramic dolls back there. Then right here is the crib. We've got the crib with all my silicones in it, and I'm going to be going through and sharing them with you guys, but there's my silicones. That's not all of them. I do have a couple out, but there is the main amount of them. And again, I don't want to just share them, too much because I'm going to be going over and showing all them to you guys. I got a giant Pop-Tart in there. I thought it'd be cute, but if I end up getting any more of the silicones I want to put in there, because I got a couple of those chairs, if I have any more open eye, then I would put it back there. But I'm not really planning to get any more. I just want one more silicone that it will be a high budget one that I'm going to paint and a root and all that. And it's going to be a sleeping one. So yeah, so it won't go there. So the Pop-Tart can stay there. But then as you come down here, then we've got my Nino. She sits there on that really nice king chair or queen chair, we should say. We got a couple silicones there. They do go back in the crib because I keep the crib covered, but I uncovered just to show you guys. Then, of course, the king lays right there. That is my silicone, the newest one, the Story, my Charlie. He sits there. And then we got the pink carpet here, and we got that tiger. Here is my Isaiah. He gets to go on the swing because he's another special one, and I bumped it. That's why it's swinging. And then as we come over to this side of the room, we've got my Pickle. He's my authentic one. And then just a couple things underneath. We got that Care Bear thing. It's just a basket-like. And then a couple of the Highland cows and the dog. And then we've got some more fantasy babies there. We've got the puppet. It's supposed to be a puppet and an old doll-like it's supposed to be. And I love it because it's like they're talking. And then we've got the Care Bear and Hello Kitty there I keep in the box. Over here, we've got a couple Grinches. One is a reborn Grinch that was done for me that I shared with you guys, and that's just one I got off of Temu. And then those couple little, I don't know what you call those dolls. I don't know if they're an old Behringer or what, but I keep them in the box there. But that is like that. So again, when I back up here, there's Minnie's dish where her food is and all that. But as I back up here, you can see like how I can have so much stuff, but yet look so tasteful, right? Now, I don't have the most prettiest furniture, you guys, so please don't look at that, One day we'll have a better couch set, but like it is very nice. It's just the end has gotten ruined, and it's kind of my own fault because I used to do my nails there and I would spill acetone, so I was kind of ruining it like that. So, but it's an old couch. We had originally got it from a Goodwill. We paid only $30, but we have literally had this for like 15 years, this couch set, and it still is so nice. The nicest Chase Lounge ever. It's so comfortable. So yeah, don't pay any attention to that, you guys. We can't always have the greatest stuff, right? We will eventually get one in here though, a better couch. We've been looking to get one, but I just, when you have something old that's just, it just grows on you and you just love it. It's like, I just can't bring myself to get another couch because I love the way this one feels. But yeah, we got to not like that. And then, like I said, we got this chair. This is nice. It sits there. So as I back up here, like I said, it just is looking so tasteful when they are all done on the wall like that. There's all the blankets for them. There is a bassinet right there with the blankets are in. All the blankets are in there. So I could use that too. But yeah, the crib, this is where like the socks and the bows and shoes and hats and all of that goes there. There's different things there of the babies, stuff like that area. Then over here used to be my prayer wall. Well, I switched that to over to here. So we still have God. Don't worry. God is still here. All my God stuff. And I took the stuff off. That's where we hang the coats on that hook. I just wanted you guys to not see that, when they're hanging there. I wanted you to be able to see all the godly things that I have there. That's just the vent. So I still have that there, still has the word home because that's where heaven is home. So then this wall is where more of my babies are, but this used to be my prayer wall, so I just switched it. So up top are like vintage dolls again. The second one down, they are my 5 cuddle babies. They are just vinyl heads with cuddle bodies. So they're the vinyl ones. Let's see her little face here. You can't really see her face because her lovey was in the way, but I'll show you that. But yeah, I'm going to be going over. You guys will get to see every baby because I'm going to share them. And then down here is some more vintage things, some teen beanies, I think they are. And we got the Yoda and the lamb chop and Bambi. We've got Gremlin right there. Got my 2 cloth babies that sit there. That is a, what is that called? I can't think of the name right now. I'll put it on the screen because I just can't think of the name of which that one is right there. I can't remember, but they're one of a kind. So is this one. This is a weighted full cuddle baby cloth, all cloth. And she also is, but I just couldn't think of the name. And this one was by Crystal's Dolls. I'll have to have it on the screen there for you guys. But they just sit on that really neat chair that my mom got for me. Under there are some Gerber glass, what are they? Old antique glass. I think they're definitely vintage, but I can't think of what you call ceramic dolls. I have a couple of them there laying on that bed there. And then I've got my Wizard of Oz. I'm also a Wizard of Oz collector, so I love that. Got all my Wizard of Oz stuff. I've shared that with you guys before. I told you about it. I love to collect Wizard of Oz stuff. There's a lot of really neat things in that shelf that I've collected over over a decade. Well, since I was probably about 14 or 15, I've been collecting. I got that from somebody. It was a cutout cardboard of Dorothy. I love the Wizard of Oz. I have to watch the Wizard of Oz at least every couple weeks. I got to see it again because I love it so much. I've loved it since I was a child. But yeah, so that just sits there. But yeah, it's really, really neat in here, you guys. And there's my kitchen, our laundry room right there. That's where we do the laundry, and that's the garbage in our fridge and stuff. But that's not the nursery. Got some babies in these containers I'm working on, you guys. Getting those finished up. There was something on my hand there. I'm getting those finished up there. But yeah, so here is the nursery. And I do love it, you guys. You know, things, it can be hard to have a nursery in your living room, but the way I have it, look at the whole floor. Now, pay no attention to this. We live in Minnesota. It is snow on the ground. We're constantly getting salt. So we collect these rugs like all year long from garage sales, like during the summer, I mean, and all year, like at Goodwill's and stuff, we'll collect those rugs. At the end of the year, if they're not that bad, we'll throw them out. If they're bad, we'll throw them out. If they're not that bad, we'll have them professionally cleaned and then keep them. But all that is salt. I did vacuum. Don't worry, my floor is completely vacuumed, but that's just the salt that collects from outside. It's just terrible that I have to vacuum like every day because we drag it in. But, and then I keep the bench there. We've got our hats and stuff in there. We sit on there to put our shoes on and things like that. But yeah, I mean, it is tasteful, you guys, to have a living room, and that's just the air conditioner up there. But the living room / dining room used as a nursery, but yet have all this room. You know what I mean? We just have tons of room. It goes down the hallway here into the bedrooms. There's the bathroom. So it's just a cute little, it's almost like you want to say like a studio, but big because it has the bedrooms and the bathroom and all that. It's not like one room with a bathroom. It's kind of like that, but it's big. It's a nice big place here. But I do really love the way I have done this. Like I said, I've had people come in. I've even had cops that had to stop in here because of that fire that time and stuff, and literally say how tasteful it looks in here. They're like, wow, this is really cool in here. So people love it. When the maintenance people come in here, they comment about it. I mean, guys are even commenting how cool it looks in here. My husband is totally fine with it. He loves the babies too. And he says, you know, if it keeps you happy, what do they say? A happy wife is a happy life. So, yeah, he's really good about it. But one more kind of turn here, just so you guys can see how nice everything is. I got to do a little bit of dusting, so please don't pay any attention to that. I've just been working so hard, you guys, so hard. I do videos now. I'm reborning. I was, getting things set up in here. I'm trying to still have a life, like somebody says, be a wife and cook and clean and reborn and do videos and edit and all that. Can't get to everything. Sometimes, dusting has to go on the back burner. Can't always do the dusting, but I do dust my babies and I do keep them nice. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I hope that you love it. And like I said, each baby that you've seen, I will be going over so you guys will get to see which baby is each baby. I will say what they are and the artist and all of that. I've got some authentic, a lot of authentic there and a few non-authentic. We will go over. But yeah, I'll be sharing all of them. I'm going to finish up my silicones first with you guys that I've been doing. Then we'll go on to the authentic vinyls and then the non. The only one you won't get to see would be the fantasy babies. I don't pull them down. I don't do anything with fantasy babies. So you guys won't really see them, but you just seen them kind of in the video like I show you again. Those two, I don't do videos on those, and I don't do videos on those upper ones there. I am going to reborn that one. I've been waiting to. I did one for D. I'm going to do one for me and put it on a cloth body. That's an old Barajusa, I think is how you call it. I wanted to put that one a cloth body and have that for myself. So that one's not a vintage. I will be doing that one. I don't know why it's up there. But I just have it up there. But the rest, like you got a ladybug, a bee, a butterfly. You've got those old, I think, like I said, I think they're Ashton Drake. The yawner, the crier, and the sleeper. And there's one more to the collection, but I couldn't get that one. It was sold out. And then we've got a elf up there that's authentic. Those are all authentic up there. And then the baby that's done blue-like. And on the end, supposed to be like a fairy. I think that's the Mary Awake, I believe it is. Yeah, I believe it's Mary Awake, and she's supposed to be like a fairy. And I got that from Amanda from Wawa's Angels Nursery. And I got those ones from her, too. She did all three of those for me custom. I think the ladybug was the only one that wasn't custom. The other two were. But she also did that custom for me, my Luna, my moon baby. I love that. And then I've got the dog, the werepup, and then I've got a couple. That's a silicone. One silicone, but she's away from them enough where it doesn't touch avatar, and then a vinyl avatar. But yeah, the rest of it I will share with you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Didn't want to make it too long. And here we go again. It's almost 20 minutes long. Sorry about that. But I know you guys just wanted to see it. I know I mentioned I would share with you guys. And I really like it. I really think it is very cute and very tasteful for a living room. Yet it's all open wide. And I'm not embarrassed to have anybody in here because I love my babies. And I like the way that they're up on the wall. And it's probably like as soon as I took it off, you guys probably all went, wow, and probably started counting. I know that I have probably about 100 reborns, 100, counting my fantasy. I think I have about 100. But all right, you guys, I love you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And everybody take care and God bless.